That's why he wants to lie that way. So he
Why?
can just rest his head on the table.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it is about Cocker Spaniels. Let me know if you know the answer. Because when we looked it up,
Mm-hmm.
it said, like when we first got him years ago, they like to like rest their head up on something when they sleep. So we got him a bed that has like, it's almost like a couch, I guess. Like it has armrests, and he always like curls up in the corner of the couch so he can rest his head on the armrest. And I'm curious to know if you guys know the answer for that.
Yeah, they
'Cause,
like to prop their head up
yeah,
on something. Yeah.
just like he's doing right now. He just, instead of lying down with his head like just on the ground or on the couch, it's up on the table, and he's about to pass out now.
Well, that's good because sometimes he like wanders around. You can see him on the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we officially have a third co-host now at
Yep.
Trumpet.
Yeah. He wants to join in on every podcast now.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you guys know it's actually daylight savings time? This was news to us this morning.
That's another reason why this podcast is going up late. Like we woke up around, what time is it? Like 6:50, I think we woke up.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but
Let's just say it was really early.
I remember going to bed last night and being
Mhm.
like, okay, it's not that late. We'll be up early enough and we'll get started early,
And we did. Normally we did. Like technically, yes, we got up early.
until we finally looked at the actual time and we're like, wait, what? That's not right.
And I was from the last podcast. You guys already know I'm usually up around 5. Like I feel like I have to get up and start my day.
Yeah.
So the fact that I even overslept makes me so angry with myself because here's what happened. We were all in the kitchen and I was just on my phone and I look at the stove clock and the microwave and everything said like 6:50 and I was like, oh my gosh, like even though I woke up late, I was like, okay, at least we're still early. And then I look at my phone and my phone says 7:50 and I'm like,
Wait,
what? I'm like, wait, this doesn't make sense. How could it be 8 o'clock? I was like, literally just saw 6:50 and I look at the time, look at this, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was daylight savings. Is it daylight savings or daylight ending? I can't remember.
It's still daylight savings.
But one start, one ends. Which one is it?
we spring forward in the spring and we fall back in the fall.
Mhm.
In the spring, you lose an hour. In the fall, you actually gain an hour. You plan to sleep for 6 hours, but you end up sleeping for 7 if you actually stay sleeping. But yeah, what's up, buddy? Not comfortable.
I don't know why he faces that way. Like why he's facing that way. I feel like he should be
Mm.
facing the other way.
He needs a good grooming. We have an appointment for him, but
It's only happening in April.
how often, if you guys have dogs, how often do you actually get them like groomed, like
Mhm.
actually like their haircut?
I was told that you're only supposed to let your dog get groomed every like 3-4 months because of their natural oils. Like you don't want to dry out their skin.
Yeah,
So that's what I've been doing all along.
yeah.
But then he just looks extra scruffy.
I think every 3 months is a good time to get him groomed
Mm-hmm.
because like we cut his hair fairly low. So by the time 3 months comes, it's not that long, but it's starting to look a little bit scruffy.
Yeah, like his fur is not as soft. You can feel like it's a little dusty too.
Mm.
But anyways, welcome back to this thing called life.
This thing called life, eh?
I'm actually really exhausted, and I really think that this time really messed me up.
Mm.
It really did. And that's another reason why this podcast is going up. Also, Kurtis was working. You were working on.
I worked yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, we usually try to film on Saturday and then edit all day Saturday. So that we can actually get the podcast up early. And that's like one of my goals is I want to start uploading early in the morning. Because I mean, if you really think about it, we film in the morning and then by the time we're done editing, it's nighttime. To me, it looks weird. I don't know, does that bother you guys? Or, like, do you guys not care about the time that things are uploaded? Because 'Cause you're gonna watch on
Pers
your own time,
Yeah,
I'm
personally, I
assuming.
don't think it really matters because I guarantee you people are not watching this on Sundays. They're watching it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day, random times whenever
Mhm.
they got time.
What day are you watching this?
Yeah, let us know. I'm actually kind of curious. What day do you spend the most time on YouTube?
Mm,
I'm actually curious because I feel like for me, I don't really go on YouTube on the weekend. I actually don't. I think I spend more time during the week at nighttime looking up random things.
mm. Yeah, I think for me, I don't do it during the week. I think I mostly spend it on the weekend, like, maybe Saturday morning, early Saturday morning, and then after throughout the day, I'm not on YouTube.
Okay.
That's for me at least, I think. Unless I'm editing something for YouTube, but I don't think I'm actually on it during the week.
I feel like you probably spend the most time consistently when you're washing your hair.
Yeah, which is
When
usually Fridays, right? I don't work Fridays.
yeah,
So you're right, actually. That's when I'll catch up on, like, I don't know, a YouTuber, or if I wanna know how to do something with my
yeah.
hair
When you're
or
doing your
whatever.
full hair routine and it
Mhm.
takes you like hours. Yeah, I think you that's when you spend the most time consistently on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on Fridays. So, yeah, I guess so. I think I that's when I watch the most, is
And
on
then on
Fridays.
Fridays also because I'm working and she's not. Um, let me know. Does
What
your
are
s-
you going to say now, Curtis?
does your spouse do this when they are bored and you're not around and they have nothing to do? They scroll on social media. Okay, so let me explain the story. I'm at work and I'm in the middle of doing something, dealing with something, and in my pocket, because I keep my phone on vibrate, I don't have like a ringtone at all, but my phone was just going off. It did not stop for like 10, 15 minutes, just buzzing bzz, 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 over and over and over. So I finally got a minute to text her, to text Amelia, and I'm like, "Are you bored?" Because my phone has not stopped.
I was finding some really good funny memes, okay? And the fact that you don't even actually look at my memes hurt my feelings. It
I don't have
does.
time. It's funny
Don't you
because
have a
like
lunch? You can look at my memes then.
some days I don't even barely take a lunch.
Hmm.
I take like yes, I'll drive over, get a coffee quickly, and then I'll come sit down. I'll actually eat my lunch. But by that time, my lunch is pretty much almost done.
Mhm.
Um, but
My
it,
memes were funny. All the memes I was sending him was hilarious, and I was cracking up. And the fact that he was just ignoring me, I was like, "This man's not looking at any of my memes."
do you like when you go back and you have like 10, 15 different memes that someone sent you? Do you actually look through them all, or do you, like, just scroll up to, like, one in the middle, like it, and be like, "Yeah, now she thinks I looked at them all."
That's what you be doing out here. Look at you exposing yourself. Why don't you turn off your notifications then on your phone?
Honestly, I tried to. I've tried to turn off my notifications for Instagram and Facebook. I don't know what is happening. I just keep getting notifications, like, this random person that I haven't even liked their post in forever. Instagram's like, "Oh, they posted something." I'm like, "Okay."
Mhm.
And if I was scrolling through and I liked it, that's all I need to know. I don't need to know that this person that I don't even really and truly follow.
So why don't you just unfollow them? Or do you know them personally and that's why you don't wanna unfollow?
No, it's more like the random pages.
I actually unfollowed a lot of people because of that, because I
Yeah.
kept getting a lot of notifications and it was driving me crazy. Like, this person just posted, check them out. Or let's
Yeah.
say Chris hasn't posted in 2 months. He just posted. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm pretty busy right now. I don't have time to look at my
Mhm.
notifications. And you're right. I don't have Facebook, Messenger, um, I was about to delete my Instagram, just the app, off my phone because Instagram is the most annoying one right now. Like it just bings every 2
And it's
seconds.
funny
And I
because
did turn mine off too,
yeah,
and I keep getting them.
I think it was actually on Facebook. It's like it sent me a notification saying someone you follow on Instagram now has a page on Facebook. I'm like, really?
Well, Facebook owns Instagram,
Yeah, I
right? And they're
know.
probably like, "Well, he's not looking at his Instagram. How can we get him on our social
It's
media?"
true because I have been spending more time on Facebook lately than I am on Instagram. So maybe, yeah, they're like, okay, well, he's not doing anything there. Let's try and get him to follow who he follows
Mhm.
on Instagram on Facebook. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's what it is, but
They're all competing for your attention. They all want you to
mm,
share something. I feel like it's normal now to overshare,
yeah,
and I feel like we don't share enough. And maybe that's kind of like what social media is trying to get from us is like, "Oh, this person just shared a new post." It's
hmm
almost like you should be sharing too. I don't know. Do you think we undershare?
I mean, yeah, like we post once a week on YouTube, but we don't really post on Instagram. We don't have like a group page on Facebook. Like we don't.
We should though. I think we should start one.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably be very beneficial and like for people that aren't always on YouTube, that go on Facebook more often, that
Mhm.
can see random things and we can share different stuff, right?
Yeah.
On different social media, but I just feel like I don't think we've gotten into that routine.
Mhm.
It's just not something that we've we've started,
Mhm.
but it doesn't mean we can't. But
No, but
I do feel like we do undershare for the requirements, quote unquote, for social media.
yeah, I think so too. I definitely think so. But it's hard, like sometimes I'm like, "Oh, should I share this?" I don't want to I want to share, but then I'm like, "Oh, what if someone takes it wrong?" Like I
Mm,
overthink about what I should share and not share because there's some things I see like on YouTube that some people would post and I'm like, "Ooh, why would they share that?" But it's not my place to say what people should share or not share. Like share whatever you want. It's your
yeah, if
platform.
you
It's
feel
yours.
okay
It's your
doing it,
corner. Huh?
if you feel okay doing it and you're not ashamed of posting what you're posting, then by all means share what you want to share. But I don't know. I think you've always been more private.
Mhm.
Even like when I first met you, you were always more private and you kept things kind of to yourself. And if you don't want other people sharing anything about you.
No,
It
unless I give them permission to.
exactly.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I want to be the one to share it because then it's almost like they're telling my story for me when I
hmm
see other people share something. I'm sorry if you hear something snoring. That is our dog. He is snoring really loud right
He
now.
is really loud right now.
But yeah, I feel like for myself, I don't want someone else to share my story.
hmm
I want to share it like with whoever I want to.
hmm And how you want to share it.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that. Like you felt like I didn't share enough with you.
hmm
I actually feel like at some point of every relationship, we overshare with our partner. And I don't
Yeah.
even know like when do we get to that point? Like I don't even know when
Like
I got to that point with you, right?
like
Overshare everything with you.
when do you get to that comfortable stage where you share everything, you do everything, like you're able to like even stand in the bathroom together
Yes.
while one person is actually like taking a shit. It's like when do you get to that point?
Mhm.
Because you definitely don't do that at the start of the relationship.
No, you close the door, or, you I can't it's funny because at the start of the relationship too, I couldn't even eat in front of you. I am naturally shy, like, I am. If you ever meet me in person, I'm very shy.
Mhm,
Even sometimes in front of the camera, like, I'm still shy,
mhm,
right? But, um, yeah, like, I don't know. When do we get to that comfort zone? I'm curious to know how you guys feel. Like, when did you guys feel comfortable enough to do or say whatever in front of your
mhm.
partner?
Yeah.
'Cause you
I
are
don't
right,
know.
like, I don't even know, like, when did we get to that comfort zone of, let's say, you using the bathroom and me just walking in to grab something and
Yeah.
walking out, like, when did we
Yeah,
get
and it's no
comfortable?
big deal. Whereas at the start of the relationship, you would never even do that.
No, I wouldn't.
Or like, would I even go to the washroom
Mhm,
if you were here, or like if you were at my place or I was at your place? Like I probably wouldn't,
mhm.
right? Yeah, I don't know.
Like, who starts it? Who's the first one to expose the comfort level, like, to test the comfort level zone?
I think it's progressive. It's like you knock on the door. Is my thing in there? You know, you ask quickly. Yeah, it's here. And then I say, yeah, yeah, come grab it. And then that just like triggers it. Now it's like okay
Mhm,
because you asked first, like the very first time.
mhm.
And then after that, it's just fine.
I never thought I would be that
Yeah.
comfortable with anyone other than, like, my family members,
Yeah.
you know? So,
But, but like, when do we, do you think like certain things shouldn't be like actually shared between partners, or should you literally know every single thing about them?
um, like, when it comes to passwords
You know
to,
every
like
one of mine.
I know I even know your bank passwords.
What do you have in your wallet right now?
Huh?
What do you have in your wallet right now?
We're oversharing.
I don't even have my own debit card.
It's our debit card. See, and when did you get comfortable allowing your partner to be like, "Oh yeah, just take my debit card. Here's my PIN." You know, because
Yeah.
the first thing they always tell you is don't share your PIN with anybody.
Yeah.
So it's like, when do you get comfortable enough to do that?
I don't know.
When did we feel comfortable enough?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe you can overshare because at the end of the day, this person's still a stranger. You know, like, do you ever truly know your partner? I don't know. I think we know
No.
their habits around us, but like,
Hmm.
when some people get angry, like you change and it's like I've never
Yeah.
seen this side of this person before, you know? So it's like I think you can overshare with your partner. I do.
Yeah.
Cuz when something goes wrong, like, nasty divorces, I've always seen, the women or the man hiding money, like we mentioned before, or doing certain things. It's
Hmm.
like, well, they never did that in the relationship.
Yeah.
And I feel like sharing my deep, darkest secrets, like literally the secrets that I said I would take to the grave to share that.
You have
I,
those?
yes, I have some deep, dark secrets I would take to the grave. I'll take them to the grave. I almost feel like if I share it,
Do I truly know her? If she's got these deep, dark secrets, do I
everyone has
really?
secrets. Everyone has secrets. Everyone has skeletons. That how much are we willing to share? I don't know. But even after 7 years, there's some things that that I wouldn't tell like the whole
Oh, yeah,
world or
for sure.
right? Like some things like my family knows that I wouldn't share with different people.
Mm,
But yeah, I just feel like at some point, who knows? Things can go left and you might try to use that against me, or someone out there might try to use it against you if you overshare
that is
too
true.
much.
That is true.
And maybe that's why I don't share too much on social media because with cancel culture and with like everything, I just feel like people will always take what you say or what you do out of context. There's always gonna be someone out there that does that.
Yeah, there is. Everyone has their own perception of what you say, what you do,
Hmm.
and there will likely be some people that take things the wrong way.
Hmm.
For sure. For sure.
Do you think you overshare with your partner, or do you think it's like, it doesn't matter?
Yeah, I feel like I told you pretty much everything.
I know, and if you didn't, your mom definitely told me everything.
Yeah, she's not wrong. But yeah.
Do you regret telling me some things?
Um no. No, I don't think so.
Mhm.
I don't think so.
No, not one secret you ever regret. You're like, I should never have told her this. Like maybe at the start of the relationship. Like,
No, because I wanted to come in with like kind of like a clean slate and just if you're gonna accept me, you're gonna accept me, sort of thing, right? this is who I am, and are you okay with it?
Mhm. I know I told you that I have a hard time pronouncing certain words. I told you at the start of that relationship, and that was very vulnerable. Like, I felt very vulnerable when I told you that, just because, like, I didn't want you to point that out. So I was like,
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, like, I do have, you know, a hard time saying certain words. And I don't know why, like, I don't remember what happened that made me say that, but I just said it. Like, I literally just came out and said it to
Mhm.
you. Because I didn't want you to point it out to me, because then I would have felt bad about myself, you know? So
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna share it. Yeah, and that was like one of the things I did share. But the thing is, I'm not like embarrassed about it anymore. And to tell you the truth, I think this podcast has really helped me get over that embarrassment, just because it's like, well, now I just like, is this like I always say, this is something that I always wanted to do. And
Yeah.
the only thing that was actually really holding me back from doing it was me not pronouncing certain words properly. Our dog is going in. I don't know what he's dreaming about. We didn't even do the intro,
Yeah, we
Curtis.
did.
We did?
Oh, you said, welcome back to this thing called life.
Oh.
So we didn't do the proper intro
Well, here's the proper intro. Welcome back to this thing of ours podcast
where we talk about all of life's highs and lows.
and everything in between. I definitely think we should probably change our name to this thing called life.
This thing called life.
This thing called life podcast. We're talking nonsense.
Which one do you guys like better? This thing called life or this thing of ours? I
This
don't
thing
know.
called life.
What is this thing called life?
I don't know.
Are we all just living day by day? Lost, but just trying to make it?
Make it weird.
I don't know.
This man. Sometimes I wonder about you. Like, where does your mind go?
Don't know.
It just wanders off, eh? Sometimes. It's okay. This is why we love you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I actually want to start gardening this year.
Grow our own vegetables?
Yes, because I feel like
Yeah.
that's kind of like what we eat the most of, and just trying to
Mhm.
stay healthy. So that's something I would like to try to do. So if you have any gardening tips out there, let me know. We don't have like a backyard or anything. We just have like a balcony. So I was thinking about something small, like a little gardening bed
Yeah. Like
or whatever that
our
thing's
balcony
called.
is a fair size, so we can build a little gardening.
I'm not waiting on you to build me anything, because what he's been talking about, oh, I'm gonna build
We just
this.
need your
I'm
dad
gonna
to come
build that.
down for a
I'm going
weekend.
to build you a new diner table, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm
But
like, okay, I get hyped up because I'm like, I'm about to have a new dining table. Months go by, years go by, still same old dining
it's not
table.
that I can't do it. It's just I never take the time to do it. So like you set up a weekend where your dad comes down and we do it together, it'll get done.
I don't know how new you guys are here, but we did a video. I'm sure that our followers those who have been watching consistently, you guys will remember that we talked about in Meet the Parents how Curtis and my dad built me this organizer for the garage.
Yeah.
Um, I've been asking Curtis to build this thing for like months. Now, it took a weekend for my dad to come down for him to build it in like an hour. And
Well,
I'm like, this is the hour that Curtis could have built it on the weekend.
it took
Like,
a
he
little
didn't
bit
want to do a
longer
little
than
bit
an
more than
hour.
that.
Come on now.
But you know what I meant. Like, my
Yes.
dad came down, he had the wood, he had the nails, and he just went to it.
I think I worked
I've been
that day
asking
too.
Curtis for months. Like, my dad even gave us like this extra piece of like hook that all you had to do was screw in. It was an extra piece of
To
hook.
where?
The little island that we had in our old apartment.
Oh shoot.
And
Yeah.
let me tell you, okay, this hook is still in the wrapper in the Amazon package.
We don't even use it anymore though.
But when
Like,
we were living in the apartment, my
yeah.
dad said to you for months ago, years ago, oh, you should add this little hook. I'm gonna buy it. All you have to do is screw it in. Curtis never did it. Left it in the
It wasn't
package.
it wasn't a hook, first of all.
What was it?
It was like a brace that folds to give it a little bit extra support when. So it was a kitchen island that had like an extended piece that you can lift up to make it wider,
Mhm.
but it wasn't the strongest. So me and your dad, we did kind of build it, or we added a little bit to it to make it support a little bit better, but we were supposed to add a third one, which I didn't do. But now it's our like laundry room, like cabinet sort of thing,
Storage, yeah.
storage. Yeah, we have it down in the basement where our laundry room is, and we store stuff in it now. So we don't even lift up that side anymore.
Mm. But it doesn't matter. You talked about building a whole bunch of things, and I get so excited, and nothing. I'm like, I'm just gonna ask my dad to do it. As soon as I say I'm gonna get my dad to do it, Kurt's like, I can do it. I can do it. Let me help you. I can help build it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. And so it takes me to say, I'm just gonna get my dad to do it, Kurtis, for him to be like, no, I can do it too. I can do it too. Let me do it. Let me do it.
I just never have the time, and when I do have the time, I'm so exhausted. I just don't want to. And then you're
See, there
like,
you go. You don't want to.
and then
You like the idea of
on top
it.
of that, it's like you always take all my time.
Excuse me?
You want to go to this store. You want to go look at this. You want to do this.
Liar. First of all, that's a lie right there.
Mm.
So if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button.
Mhm.
Join the community where we rant and just talk about little things. Talk about all of lives
Highs and lows.
and everything in between.
Mhm.
No, but for real though, subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. It helps out the channel a lot.
Mhm.
And we just want to talk to you guys as well. You know, the conversation doesn't end here. It involves you guys.
Yeah.
So hit that subscribe button, like this video. If you can, relate and comment
Yeah.
on what you think.
Anything that you have an opinion on that we've discussed, let us know, because we like having conversations with people. Like we moved to a new city. We don't hang out with people.
Mhm.
You are the guys we hang out with. You are the
Yes.
people we hang out with. So
Yeah. So, and if you don't know, on Spotify, we actually, every episode that we release on Spotify, we always, if you scroll down to the bottom, we always leave a little question on there at the
Mhm.
bottom. I don't know if we ever mentioned this, but we always leave either a Q&A or a poll. And yeah, just want to let you guys know out there that if you are listening to this on Spotify, you can always answer the polls or answer the Q&A on there, because I don't think too many people know about that. We actually have 5 subscribers on Spotify, which is pretty impressive, because I just feel like we weren't doing well on Spotify.
I don't even know how Spotify even works.
I know.
The analytics is just, it's just weird. I don't understand it.
It's just weird because we don't understand, that's all.
Yeah.
But
I
once we
know.
understand it, we'll, after a year. Can you believe we're coming up on a year on this podcast?
I know. Next month it'll be a year.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
It is.
I mean, we definitely didn't get 52 episodes,
No.
but we did pretty good. We're in the
Mhm.
40s. There's not very many weeks that we missed.
Yeah.
We actually did really good.
I'm proud of us. I really am.
Same here.
Because I really thought we'd probably stop after 10.
Yeah. No, I
I
hear
was
you.
hoping that we would get by, like we would actually continue with it,
Mhm.
but I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, we made it into the 40s. That's pretty good.
Mhm.
That's
It
pretty
is.
good.
I'm proud of us. I really am.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else you want to say? Should we end this podcast
I
here?
think we ranted enough on this one.
Mhm. What do you think? Did we rant too much? Did we
Too much?
overshare our thoughts? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it was good. But to summarize, I think personally, yes, I think we do undershare a little bit.
Mhm. That was the first question. Do we undershare or overshare?
I think some people on social media, I do see they overshare. Personally, I think they overshare. But as we did mention, if they're okay with it, who are we to judge?
Okay, sorry, but to get back on that topic, when we have kids, right? Because I was talking about last week about my niece and nephew. I talk about them a lot on this podcast. By now, I think everyone realized how much I love them
Mhm.
and my sisters. Sometimes I think about, when we have kids, are we going to show their face? Are we going to show them, and how much of them do we want to show? Because there are people on YouTube that don't really show their family, right? It's just about their life. Their channels
Mhm.
circulate around them, and once in a blue moon they'll show their kids.
Mhm.
And I was thinking, like, are we going to do that, or are we going to show more of our
Yeah,
kids.
because
Because
they're
when they get older, I was actually thinking that when they get older, what are they gonna think about, why would you show me, let's say, running across the house naked in a diaper? Like, you know what I mean? Like, not like you're showing just a few family members making home videos. Now you're showing the whole world.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so I was trying to think about that when we're talking about oversharing and undersharing.
Mm. Yeah, no, that's interesting. I don't know. I don't know until we get there.
Yeah. Until we get there.
Yep.
Until we get there. Oh, I just hit the mic. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. But
But you are right. I do think we undershare, and let us know how you guys feel. Do you feel like you kind of know us, or have you made assumptions about us? Because I always see videos about reading your assumptions about about them. And I want to know like what assumptions people have. No, but for real, like I'm actually curious to know like if you don't overshare, I feel like you don't get judged, but then you get the assumptions about you, and then when you
mhm.
overshare, it's like you're getting judged and you're getting assumptions about you.
Yeah, people are gonna make their judgment regardless of what you say or what you do.
Mhm.
They're gonna they're gonna have their own opinions regardless. So does it really matter?
Yeah, but you're right. I do think we undershare, and I would like to share more. But from those who've been watching us for a while, the last 40 episodes, I should say, do you guys feel like you kind of know us, or do you think we should open up more about our life
Mhm.
instead of doing more about certain topics?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was actually thinking about that for a while now. I've been thinking about that for the last couple of episodes. Should we open up more? Because like, like you said, like we're not really big on Instagram. There's
Mhm.
other social medias that I use that I think I share a little bit more of, but on Instagram it's hard. I find it's really hard. I just feel like everything is very over populated and very overstimulated. Like
You
I
just
feel very over like whelmed with
yeah.
the notifications. And remember that picture you showed me about kids, about how if you give them like one toy, they don't feel like overstimulated or something, they don't get bored. What was that
No, no, no.
post about?
Basically, it was saying how like you shouldn't have toy like a whole bunch of toys for your kids. Like you should have a certain amount and have it organized so they can pick and choose what they want to play with and not just have like a pile or like a toy box where they're just like overwhelmed with
Mhm.
how much they have. And then it was also saying to like rotate, you know, like yeah, have certain ones out, but then get rid of those ones, put those like completely away and put out new ones,
Mhm.
but still have it like organized. So it's like it's not overwhelming because then it used the example of like when we're at work, let's say we work at a desk and we have sticky notes everywhere and papers everywhere and it's just like oh my god, I'm so overwhelmed right now, I have so much to do. But then once you have a nice clean organized desk, you feel more relaxed and you're like, it's easy to go to work and to be there.
Mhm.
And they were basically saying it's the same thing for kids. And then if they're taught that as they're younger, they grow up differently. Yeah, that's basically what the post was saying.
Well, I would say so. Like even in the bedroom, like when we have clothes over everywhere on the dresser, I just get so overwhelmed because it's like there's just too many things out.
Yeah.
And we talk about living a simple life. And speaking of simple, now that you guys are my witness, we are going to do spring cleaning next weekend because Curtis has Friday off, and I plan to do spring cleaning.
I'm not ready.
We have to clean the windows. We have to donate some
Who
clothes.
has to clean the windows?
We
Okay.
So we have to clean the windows. We have to do a really deep clean of this spot.
Yes, that I would definitely agree with. I would like to switch up my wardrobe a little bit, get rid of some other stuff, and yeah, just keep it simple.
Mhm.
Because I think I have too much just random stuff that I look in my closet. I'm like, I don't even know what I want to wear.
Yeah. And we also have papers that need to be shredded as
Mm.
well. Do you guys shred your papers or do you guys just toss them out regardless if they have your name on it? Because I've always heard, like, definitely growing up, my parents are always like, nope, anything that has your name on it, you have to shred.
Mhm.
And I thought about that too. Like, how many times I've seen garbage with people's names on it and people's bank information on it. And I'm just like, I think this is something people should shred.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me know if you guys are shredders or if you guys just throw things out with your name. We're gonna end the podcast here now because I can rumble on for hours and we're probably gonna have to cut this down. So let us know. The door is open. The conversation is open to know what you guys think. Do you think that we undershare or overshare our lives?
Did you know it was daylight savings time?
Oh yes.
Because that definitely caught us off guard.
Yeah, because right now it is currently 11:17 and we have to start editing.
Mhm.
Our goal is, you guys, to start to post in the morning like we used to. We used to be
Yep.
really good at posting in the morning. And somewhere along the lines,
Life happened.
life happened. So this thing called life just got to us.
Yep.
But anyways, we're not gonna get down, we're gonna get up. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video for more conversations. Join on Sundays, or whatever day you choose to listen to it.
Watch it at your convenience.
Yes.
Whenever you got time.
Mhm. You can answer our polls and our Q&A on Spotify. And yeah,
That's
anything
it.
else you want to say?
Nah, that's it.
All right.
Have a good day, good week, and we'll see you next time.
Next Sunday. Peace.